10 a.m. today, but till now nothing has happened. But Chris, we understand that journalists have been attacked at the Okoa Kenya officers who are covering this particular event. Keep us up to speed with that.
Well, that's true, Akisa. Some journalists have been roughed up by some goons, so to speak. They were there. It started all well at the Wiper headquarters. The leaders were attending a parliamentary group meeting as they were waiting for the NASA principals led by Raila Odinga. And when the meeting was underway, a battery of journalists were going on with their links. Those are live links, just trying to inform Kenyans on what is happening. And one of my colleagues, that is Francis Gashuri from Citizen TV, when he just finished his live link, that was for 1 p.m., some goons just descended on him, accusing him of being biased, the station being biased, and they roughed him up. Fortunately, there was some good minds, or so to speak, people who can understand what is happening, and they whisked him away inside the tent. There was another lady who was slapped, an NTV camera person, and when I went to try and record what was happening, I saw one of them coming to me, and thanks to the numerous demonstrations that I've covered for the NASA people, and some youths came to me and told me, or whisked me away to the car just to be safe. And we've just decided as the media just to leave the Wiper headquarters until that incident is condemned by the leadership. And that is what we've decided as a team or as a media, so that it should not happen again. Remember that if it happens today, tomorrow it might be someone else, and we don't know how this thing will turn out. Remember that journalists, they're not supposed to take sides, and so when they are out there working, really attacking them, it's really uncalled for. And so we'll wait, but we understand that they've moved from Wiper. They're heading to Okoa Kenya offices, where the leader Raila Odinga is expected to make that grand announcement. But we'll wait to hear whether they will first condemn that incident before he makes the grand announcement, Akisa.
I want to believe that a number of leaders were present at the Wiper headquarters ahead of this particular announcement. Did they in any way try to speak some sense to those who are attacking journalists at the venue?
It's true some leaders were there, but funny enough, Akisa, there were some leaders who were in support of what was happening. And although those who are those who had that goodwill of whisking Gashuri away and some of the journalists from that scene, there were those who were actually happy and cheering up. I spotted several, I can't mention them here, but it's really uncalled for, and it should be condemned so that it does not happen again, Akisa.
A decision from the journalists not to cover this particular press briefing until when the NASA leadership addresses it?
That was just our initial agreement. After that incident happened, we gathered as a media, because we are united when you go out there. We can't just sit down and see one of us being harassed. And we decided to come back to offices so that we can get more direction from our leaders. Remember that we have the media council, we have the media owners, we also have other leaders on our side. And so we'll wait for that direction. But initially, what we decided as a team is to just go back to the office and get directions and the way forward. But we expect that Raila Odinga will be releasing, will be making that ground announcement at around 3:30, thereabout at the Okoa Kenya offices at Lavington, Akisa.
Will we then see journalists cover this particular briefing that you say is at 3 p.m., Chris, as I let you go?
Well, it's a matter of wait and see. Akisa, when we left there, those goons were actually happy. They were saying, Endeni, we have the international media to cover us. We don't care about the local media. You know, when such goons talk like that, you really fear for your life. And so let's wait and see whether there will be journalists who will cover the NASA presser at Okoa, Kenya, Akisa.
Our senior political reporter, Chris Tairu, who's just come back from the Wiper headquarters offices where a number of journalists were roughed up and assaulted by supporters of the National Super Alliance ahead of that grand announcement that was expected from NASA leader Raila Odinga. Chris Tairu says that particular announcement is expected any minute from 3, but from what he says, journalists have agreed that they will not be going back until when they get a way forward from the leadership in the media, as well as an